Hello, Leo,
and welcome to your blessings reading.
Remember that this reading does not necessarily have any specific date on it. Whenever this message finds you, and whenever you find this message, then this reading will be for you at this given time.
You are starting with the dominant energy. Your dominant energy is that of the moon. Okay, so I see that there is some kind of shadow, okay? There is maybe some shadow work that you are currently doing is what I'm getting. I'm also getting for others. Right now, the path ahead is not very clear, okay, for you to take some kind of action. Perhaps you desire to take some kind of action, or somebody is pressuring you to take some kind of action. But with the moon being here, this is basically telling me that right now you don't really see the path ahead very clearly. You need more information. There is not a lot of information right now that is available. And so right now there's a little bit of a sense of insecurity or an unknown, treading into the unknown. We're going to figure out why this is your dominant energy. I'm going to place it on the side. Now, before we get into your reading, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take from this other deck to see what overall message you need to know that basically kind of influences your entire reading. You have here the number 72. So that is equal to the number 9, which is success. Okay, so you are coming into some kind of success. I also see here heart chakra. For some, heart chakra, and every time I hear like a car honk, like right now, that is just an emphasis. There's this energy here where you need to start opening your heart again to something or someone, whether it's an idea, whether it's a person, whether it's, who knows, maybe just in general, to love again. I mean, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So with this heart chakra energy, okay, there's like a heart there in the middle, if you can see that clearly. And also with the number 9, this is what's going to lead to success, okay? If you've been trying to figure out what next step to take, which again, that moon energy is all about kind of, not really seeing the path ahead very clearly. It's in the dark, that sort of thing. This is what's leading you, okay? You have to lead basically with your heart. So right now, if you've been too much in your mind, over analyzing a situation, stuck in your mind, this is all about taking that energy into your heart chakra. Because remember, your heart is your second brain. You have a brain up here, and then you also have a brain down here. So you need to really bring that energy into your heart chakra and start opening up your heart. That's what's going to lead to success, okay? So heart chakra is what you have there. Now, let's see. You also have here the Knight of Wands reverse, the Empress reverse, okay, the World, as well as the High Priestess reverse. You also have here the Five of Wands reverse, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Star reverse, okay, the Nine of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, you have none other than victory and success, which is the Six of Wands. Okay, so congratulations on something. Again, this is not about giving in, giving up too soon. It's all about the accolades coming in after you put in the work, after you put in the effort. So there's something here of appreciation. Maybe if you haven't felt appreciated around a circle of yours, whether it's a family member, a friend, a lover, whatever this is, maybe at work, the appreciation, the accolades are about to come in, but it's about you staying in touch with your heart chakra, basically letting your heart lead you in the right direction. Okay, we're going to look at that in a moment. But what I'm seeing here is a Knight of Wands in reverse. That is basically your current kind of situation. Okay, that is basically a person here who is, again, not ready to take any action. Perhaps you wanted, to take action, or somebody here wanted to take action towards you, but I see that there is no action being taken, whether them towards you or you towards them. The reason why I say that is because energies can be reversed since it is a general reading. So it could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with, does not have to be, but I am picking up on the energy where something here is just kind of holding you back. There's this energy of holding this person back. Now, here in your challenge position, I see the Empress reversed, okay? Here with the Empress reversed, it's very interesting because there's no new beginning, okay? The reason why everything is at a standstill, the reason why nothing has happened, you're like, okay, I'm waiting, I'm being patient, when is this gonna happen, is because no action is being taken right now, either from that person or from your part, okay? So right now there is no new beginning. Right now it's gonna be challenging for you this week to start something. But I do see right underneath this is the Hierophant. So this is basically going with the flow. Don't go against the flow, because sometimes You like challenges, okay? You like challenges so much that subconsciously, sometimes you create these obstacles so that you can kind of validate yourself, or prove yourself to be worthy in some kind of way. This is telling you, you are already born worthy. You need to understand, you need to realize that you are already a worthy being. So this is all about going with the flow instead of against it, which going against it will only create more obstacles, okay? Yeah, maybe in the interim period, it might seem a little bit more exciting rather than just, sit there and be patient to get the messages. But, along the way, if you continuously keep creating these obstacles, when are you ever going to get to that victory, right? To that kind of phase or place of success. So this is all about tapping into the fact that you are already a worthy being, okay? Now here with the world, something here has ended or you want something to come to an end. But I see also completion, okay? This is you completing a cycle. If you're still stuck in a situation that is no longer giving to you, it means that it's already over. You have already completed that chapter, meaning you have already learned the lessons that you needed to learn. You've already been, teaching, and you were taught the lessons that you needed to gain from this experience. And now this is kind of telling you, you are a complete being, okay, with the world here. Now, this is also all about accolades, because after I see the world, especially in a reading like yours, is, it's kind of like achievement. What comes next is achievement. What comes next is appreciation, getting the results, right? Getting the gift, getting whatever it is that you were striving for. The goal has been achieved. So now this is all about you understanding that chapter of your life has already been reached, okay? A certain level of it. Now, I also see here the root of the issue is the High Priestess reverse. So you're not listening to your intuition. You have to start listening to your intuition more. I'm getting that you're too much in your mind. Maybe you're over analyzing a situation. You're trying to do research, or you're asking a lot of questions, when in reality, all you have to do is go within. Meditation is going to help you a lot to go within. I hear it all the time. It's so hard for people to meditate, but the more that you practice, the more that your intuition expands. Okay. So this is all about expanding your intuition and going with what your intuition is guiding you to do, because this High Priestess is trying to guide you in the right direction. But if you're just kind of constantly in your mind, how is your heart chakra ever going to open up, right? To lead you to the right place? Maybe logically, you might say, well, logically speaking, closing my heart makes more sense. But your heart is also your second brain. And right now it's telling you, you need to be listening to your heart chakra, not really your mind, not over analyzing. Okay, in your recent past, I do see the Five of Wands reverse. So that's a good thing, okay? Because I see that you cut off some conflict. You were in a lot of conflict, okay? Maybe arguments, maybe kind of disagreements, but I see that you left it in the past. I see that you're moving away from this conflicting energy. So congratulations on that end. Now coming towards you, I see you standing here in your power, in your strength, knowing your worth and knowing your value. The Emperor, okay? The Emperor is strong. The Emperor is basically, the ruler of his dominion. You right now rule your own world, meaning, you always do, but this is just an emphasis for you to remind yourself, right? That you have the power of influence. The Emperor doesn't ask anybody, oh, is it okay if I can do this? Am I going to be accepted? He just knows that he is. He's been through the battlefield, right? You've been through the battlefield, whether it's your heart, in relationships with family members, friends, but you have grown, okay? And this is basically telling you here with the Emperor, this is becoming you. You are stepping into the power of the Emperor, where you're going to feel powerful. You're going to feel at ease. You're going to feel that energy where maybe in business, you're going to call the shots, or maybe right now you want to start a business. But this is about you believing in yourself, in your experience, because the Emperor has experience. Like I said, the Emperor is not a soldier that just, entered the army. He's been through war after war, and he's won one after another until finally he has become the Emperor, right? He knows based on his experience. So that's you. It's a very strong, very powerful energy coming in for you. Now, what I do see here also in your subconsciousness is that you need to go with the flow, but there's some part of you that wants to go against it, okay? Now, Hierophant also is representing some kind of advisor, okay? I mean, I could be an advisor to you just by watching this reading, or you can seek out counseling. You can seek out a lawyer if you're going through some kind of legal case. But also here with the Hierophant, this is reminding you that you need to step into that energy of going with the flow instead of going against it, especially this week, okay? That's going to work in your favor. It's going to lead to success. Sometimes I do advise, whenever I see it, go against the flow, right? Do what they don't expect for you to do, but this is all about the opposite of that, right? So here with the star reverse, could be Aquarius energy. I also see Aries energy, Taurus energy, doesn't have to be Pisces energy, okay? But here I see the star reverse, which is basically you haven't really done the healing. This is all about you taking the time, shadow work, okay? A lot of times people get really scared when I say shadow work because they think, oh, well, my God, I have to go into, myself and look at my fears, and that just kind of puts me into anxiety mode. But you don't really want to live in survival mode all the time, because people who live in survival mode never really get to the core of who they really are, because they're constantly trying to rescue themselves. You want to be thriving. You don't want to be living a life trying to survive, right? It's all about thriving. And so if you take the time right now to go into your heart, to go into your fears, okay, ask yourself, what is it that I'm afraid of? Why is it that I'm not able to take action in this area of my life? You will get the answers, okay? So this is all about that energy of healing. Also, healing something that recently came to a close or that is closing out right now in your life, okay? Trying to heal from that, because sometimes you want to get on with life. You're like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm done with that. I'm moving on and I'm moving forward. And it's fine. That's basically, it gets you moving forward. But again, you want to take the time from time to time to ask yourself, well, am I really healed, right? Why is this thing scaring me? Why am I being triggered by this person still, right? Why am I still, whenever people talk about this topic, why do I feel anxiety? There's something within you that you still need to heal based on a chapter that is either closing or has recently closed off for you, okay? Now, what I see here as your action advice is that right now you need to take the time, okay, to heal before taking that next step, because I see that you've been through a battlefield, okay? Emotionally, mentally, something or someone has put you through the ringer. So it's time for you to take that energy back, okay? Take your power back and invest it into yourself, so that you are ready and prepared to take that next step when it is time, which is coming. The time is now coming. Like I see very clearly that the reason why things are at a standstill is because no action is being taken, okay? But again, take your time. Don't go into anxiety and say, because I know how it is, right? You're very impulsive sometimes. It's just the way that you work, and it helps you a lot. It gets you places. But in this situation, you have to first do the work as far as the healing. Whether, again, this is on the reverse, you towards them towards you. Maybe somebody here around you has not taken action towards you, because why? They still have to do the healing after closing out a chapter in their life, okay? Now, I also see here the result is the Two of Pentacles. You have to weigh out your options. Okay, make sure that you choose the right direction. Again, what I'm getting here is mind over heart, right? Or heart over mind. Which one are you going to choose? I'm seeing it very clearly. You have to choose your heart chakra, because you're like, well, wait a minute. My mind is telling me to do this, but my heart really wants this, right? So this is telling you you're going to have to make a decision very, very soon. It's not right now. You still have time, okay, to weigh out the pros, the cons, the pluses, the minuses, but it's going to, it's heading into that time, okay, where you're going to have to make some kind of a decision. Now, let's go ahead and start clarifying. Let's see what this moon is all about here for you. You have here as clarifying energies the Seven of Cups, okay, the Ten of Pentacles reverse, the King of Wands reverse, and at the bottom of the deck, I see here the Four of Cups. So there is an opportunity here that I don't want you to miss out on. There's going to be an opportunity, whether it's for job to make more money or for love, okay, for you to really open up your heart chakra. But this opportunity, you're only going to be able to see it if you go into it with vulnerability. I know, you are saying that word vulnerability. It doesn't come easy. You are a genuine person, okay? But also there's this energy of having to wear your heart on your sleeve, which kind of can be a little bit scary when you think about it. I mean, can you imagine, right? The emperor coming in and wearing his heart on his sleeve? Not really. So that's why it's a little bit challenging for perhaps maybe you to do that this week, because it's all about vulnerability. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to see this opportunity so that it doesn't fly by and you miss out on it again. Okay. Now, what I do see here is that, again, you're coming into a lot of options. So you're going to have a lot of options here with the 7 of Cups, but choose wisely. Okay. Make sure that you go with what your heart wants you to do and not your mind. Now, also, I see that there has been a disconnect in a connection, in a family dynamic, something that was once very solid. It's no longer. It's kind of, it has fallen apart. It has no grounding. It has no foundation. And with the King of Wands reversed, you are dealing with an individual who's a little bit aggressive, who can be a little bit egotistical is what I'm getting. I'm getting an egotistical person around you, okay? I do sense that here with this egotistical person, it could possibly be the reason why this dynamic didn't work out, okay? Because there's this energy here where, you're going to have all of these options to choose. Okay, should I stay? Should I go? Should I give this person another chance? Or should I say something? Okay, right now it's all about thinking about the next action that you need to take, because I do see that there's a disconnect in something, whether it's a business that is no longer working for you, maybe a partnership, or it could be a lover, a friend, family member that is just no longer aligned with your intentions. It's no longer a part of your life right now. Okay. And sometimes those things shift for so that you can, better yourself. Now, let's go ahead and go into this other energy. Let's go ahead and see more so about this result here, because, sitting in a decision, it is not beneficial, especially you like to know, right? You either want to know, okay, is it a yes or is it a no? Okay, if it's a no, I'll deal with the sorrow. I'll deal with the no. If it's a yes, I'll get moving with my life, right? So you just want to know, is it a yes or is it a no? We're going to ask that question at the end of the reading, but let's see what this 2 of Pentacles is all about in relation to this 9 of Wands. You have here the Temperance reverse. Yeah, you're losing patience. Okay, somebody here is losing patience. Now, I see that there is an individual who has a lot of love for you. It could be a brand new energy. It doesn't have to be. It could be a person, that you already know. But I see here with the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, the timing is completely off right now. It could possibly be that this person has love for you. Maybe you have love for them. But right now, there is the timing thing. That is the issue right now. The issue is the fact that the timing is now not really the essential time for you to get involved into the situation. But somebody here is losing patience, meaning I do sense that whoever this person is, could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, doesn't have to be, okay? They could just be like a very intuitive person. I do sense that this individual wants to express themselves to you, but in the right timing, not right now. Right now, it's just somebody's losing patience. I sense that maybe you are losing patience because you want an answer, you want to know, but this individual right now is still feeling you out. They're still trying to figure you out, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe you're the one who hasn't given them an answer and you're trying to figure them out. Whatever the case may be, make sure to go with what your heart is telling you. But I do see that this person has a lot of love for you. We're going to look into that person's energy in the extended reading. But before we finalize your reading, let's go ahead and actually ask a yes or no question. So now you can ask a yes or no question. That is a definite yes, but it's interesting because it's still telling you to do the work. Okay, you have options. You're going to have a lot of options here with the 7 of Cups. Choose wisely, okay? And also with the 7 of Cups, just remind yourself that you're not stuck. You might think that you are stuck in a situation. You really are not. You have to look beyond what's there because there's more in front of you, okay? And also, don't distract yourself on purpose just to kind of create a barrier, like I've already mentioned at the beginning of the reading, because that's only going to delay your manifestation, okay? So again, it's all about going with the flow, and that is a definite yes to whatever it is that you asked. Now let's go ahead and roll the dice to see what we have here for you, what energy. We have here the sign of Libra. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Libra, it doesn't have to be, and also the number 2. Here with the sign of Libra, Aries, it's all about partnerships. It's all about getting along. It's all about togetherness, doing something along with another person, doing something along with you. It's not about going into this alone. It's all about partnership. It's all about togetherness, okay? And it's also about relationships. Really think about, okay, what relationships in my life are benefiting me and which ones are not, right? If you're looking to others, to find the answers, you have to start looking to yourself. And also, if there are some relationships that are no longer working for you, you have to start disconnecting from those relationships starting this week. That's what the advice is with this Libra energy, okay? Now here with the number 2, it's also about focusing on your finances, focusing on making more money. How can you make more money? Check your bank account. Maybe there was a charge or something that you didn't see, or maybe right now you're avoiding looking at your bank account. You need to wake up and look at your bank account so that you're able to know where you stand and where you want to be from now until, who knows, maybe the end of the month or the end of the year, or 2 months from now, whatever the case may be. Right now, it's all about strategic planning, when it comes to your finances, in order to save more money, make more money, invest more money, whatever it is, and gain your returns, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get a final guidance and angel message for you. What is the angel message here for this week? You have here the number 23, okay? And that is equal to the number 5. So you're encountering a lot of changes. You're going through a lot of changes. And I'm also getting that right now, it's all about playfulness. It's all about creativity. It's all about you also investing in what it is that you enjoy. What is it that you enjoy doing? What is it that you want to do, right? The number 23, it says here, you have a zest for life. That's what I said, right? It's whatever it is that brings you passion, that brings you joy, that wakes you up in the morning and you're like, yeah, I want to get my day started, right? It makes you happy, it makes you feel at ease. You have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change. Indeed you do, because then things get boring and you're like, okay, let me look for another challenge. So be aware when that happens too much, right? Too often. You have to be aware of these tendencies, right? Because you don't want to continuously create challenge after challenge. First reach that first goal, and then sure, maybe if you want to look for another one, great, right? But so that you're able to achieve goal after goal. Now here it's saying to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. You do. You need change, you need excitement, you need to, in order to feel fully alive. For you, life is an adventure and to be lived to its fullest. I mean, if there's one card here, one angel message that I can give to you in particular, it's this one, okay? I am adventurous. Okay, so really, my spirit guides and angels are speaking directly to you. The number 23, this is all about you being adventurous and looking at things that make you feel alive. This is all about I am adventurous, which is your affirmation. I am adventurous. All right, this is what I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you aren't interested in watching the extended reading, the link to that is in the description box below.
And I have partnered with a new psychic website, Purple Garden, so that you can receive a free $10 credit on your first reading. I am not the one doing the readings on Purple Garden, but you can choose any psychic of your choice and enjoy your free $10 credit. You can find my special link to Purple Garden down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below.